Some people out there that will defend the cops regardless. Blue Lives Matter all the time. I stand with law enforcement by and large. When people mess up, though, regardless of what side that you're on, I always say this: if it's your politicians, your celebrities, your corporations, whatever side that you're on, if somebody on your team fucks up, you have to call it out, because that's the only way as a society we self-correct. When you don't have a society that self-corrects, you have individuals out here who turn out to be like these pussies in BLM and Antifa, out here pretending about problems. It's because they were never corrected. They were never told, no, you're an idiot. Stop being stupid. What you're perceiving as a problem isn't really a problem. You're making stuff up. They were never chastised. In fact, they were encouraged to riot all throughout 2020. Interesting how that works. So what I'm saying is you have to call out people that fuck up. Don't be afraid if they're on your team. It's the only way we self-correct, right? Security footage shows 73-year-old woman with dementia confronted by Walmart employees after forgetting to pay for a soda, candy bar, and t-shirt, and later walking home empty-handed moments before she's violently arrested. All right, so you've got a couple things at play here. Walmart employees, you'll see we've got some footage and some still shots. Then we've got the police. We got a soda, a candy bar, and a t-shirt. We got a woman with dementia. What ran through my mind first and foremost was, how did she get there? I know there's different stages. Dementia's terrible. It's probably the worst living disease. You could probably make a case for Alzheimer's as well, but probably one of the worst living things that I think a person can go through, and so many people get it. It may happen to me someday, right? It's the thing about aging that you can't do anything about, by and large. Walmart security footage shows the moments before Karen Garner was stopped by employees after she was suspected of shoplifting. The elderly woman who suffers from dementia was arrested last June for allegedly forgetting to pay for $13 worth of items at a Loveland, Colorado store. Security footage obtained by DailyMail.com shows employees trying to corner Garner after she walks out of the store and ask her to return inside. Another clip shows Garner leaving the store empty-handed after the confrontation, with employees chasing behind her. It's like a false imprisonment. Might be a little something there. You're thinking about it. If it shows what it might show, what they're talking about here. She is seen leaving the supermarket grounds, walking towards East 13th Street and the 2600 block of Mountain Lion Drive. Walmart later reported Garner to the police and told them the direction in which she was walking, but said the store had not suffered a loss. Overzealous employees of Walmart. Let's be clear on that. They said there was no suffered loss. All right. Her attorney claims Garner had walked out of the store after being detained because she was unable to communicate or fully grasp what was going on. Garner was eventually stopped down the road moments later by Loveland Police Officer Austin Hopp, who slammed her to the ground and dislocated her shoulder. Regardless of, and we'll see the lady here, shitty cop, in my opinion, regardless, a 73-year-old woman, granted, he may not know about the whole dementia piece, but I'm walking around. I'm 44. I go up to some 73-year-old granny, even if she was doing something, even if she was actively stealing something, unarmed, just walking, what if she does resist? There's different layers to this. We're not talking about a 6'6" crackhead who's blasted out of his mind. We're not talking about a situation like that. We're talking about a little old granny, and you still think that you get to whoop her ass and throw her to the ground? If it's accurate, what's reported here, how much of a badass does that make you? Think about it. How much of a badass would that make you? If you were some police officer, and we'll assume he's fit, probably somewhere in the 30 to 40 age range, because most officers we see in these stories are kind of in that age range. What kind of badass are you? Did you go home that night and be like, yeah, bro, to your friends? Did you go text your high school buddies? Did you talk to those other guys after your shift ended in the locker room when you were changing or at your next workout? Oh, bro, man, I body slammed this 73-year-old granny to the ground. Yeah, man, I fucked her up. I'm a tough guy. Come on, man. Piece of shit cop. There she is. Scrawny little granny right there. Look at her. 73. Wait till you see some video to get context of her size. Footage of the violent arrest went viral after its release earlier this month as part of a new lawsuit filed by Garner's family against the Loveland Police Department over violation of her civil rights. 4 officers have been placed on administrative leave amid an investigation. Attorney Sarah Shielke, probably pronounced that wrong, said forgetting to pay for items in stores is common among people with dementia, and also revealed Garner also suffers from sensory aphasia, which impairs her ability to communicate and understand what other people are saying. I get all of that. The one thing I would say, though, in what I was thinking about the dementia thing was, how is she out? She needs to be in a care facility. We don't want to restrict people's rights, obviously. Where's her caregiver, though? If she has these things going on, we don't want to end up with a situation where perhaps she walks off and forgets where she's going, or forgets where she lives, forgets who she is. You have to have eyes on her somewhat, at least, because dementia, sure, but especially trouble communicating and understanding what people are saying. You have to take care of the elderly. It's what I always say. Disabled, elderly, kids, smaller people that can't fend for themselves. Those are people you have to take care of. Garner's impairment seems to be evident in store security footage, which shows her apparently trying to dodge employees as they attempt to detain her at the exit. Interesting, I always thought Walmart had a no-follow policy, or like a no-chase policy, because of liability. And this is what happens when you don't. I get their side of it. Obviously, I'm not saying I like it, because you want to see theft be deterred. But at the same time, how do you not have common sense as an individual? It just shows that these particular individuals that Walmart hired are the lowest of the low. They're stupid. One guy wasn't enough, so they had to get another person out there. She was blocked from leaving. There you go. They're trying to get her back inside. She doesn't really look like she's too distraught there. Like, she doesn't really know what's going on. So check this out here. This is a map here that shows details of what she was up to. This is the entrance of the store where she was walking out. Surveillance camera, we have that video. You'll see it here shortly. Shows them following her through here. She walks about 0.8 miles, which takes about 20 minutes. They say she was plucking purple wildflowers and strolling back to her home in Loveland when police spotted her. Officer Hop with the Loveland PD grabbed Garner's arms and pulled them backward to handcuff her. $13 worth of stuff. I thought that $500 was the amount now in terms of an arrest. Did they up that? Maybe that's different state by state in terms of when you slap the cuffs on somebody, or when they get charged, at least, for a felony versus a misdemeanor. I thought they upped it to $500. Maybe it's even $9.99. I might be thinking about California, though. Here's the first clip where she's trying to walk out of the store. Let's watch this real quick. And there is no audio on this clip. So you see her walking out here. Look at bro come running in. Look at him. And then he puts his hands on her, it looks like. Look at. Oh, wait, what? What? Oh, what? Imagine if she really does have dementia and aphasia, as they say. Imagine what she's thinking right now. Like, if she legitimately doesn't know. Look, she's just trying to go. But he is putting his hands on her. Right? Should that be considered something there for the attorneys? And then look at this one they brought up. The heavy hitter. They brought the heavy hitter in. So they got her in, and it looked like what happened, I read a little bit further down, was she tried to go again. And I think this might be after she didn't have the stuff anymore. Look at that. 3 of them now. Look at that. You got 3 of them on her. Wow. Maybe even a 4th. Ridiculous. You see the still shots here. All of that just to shut Granny down. That looks like a trip movement, but it wasn't. She was just moving from side to side. This woman here, clueless that she's now part of a video, and WalmartShoppers.com, probably a site where you could find her. Look at the kid. Look at the bruh. Look at the boy. He's like, yeah, Mom, what's going on back there? Don't bother me, Junior. I'm talking on the phone right now. Look at this guy. Oh, God. Send police. Send the SWAT team. We've got a woman here trying to leave without stolen goods. You got this person here kind of in the mix. The heavy hitter. Whatever this mess is. Another woman here watching. She's wise to stay away. I love the kid, though. He's still just chilling watching. At least he's paying attention. Still shots here. Look at, they follow her all the way. This is off site now. This is probably still considered Walmart, but look, they're still following her. Look at this video right here. They show just how far they follow her. Again, no audio on this. There she goes. She comes into the picture here. We've got 4 people. The same 4 from earlier, stalking her. Look at this one running. Did you see that fool running? He went to run. It was so dramatic. He went and ran. They all should be fired. It's a little bit harsh, I know, but stuff can happen. Like I said, store policy, is it different at this particular Walmart? You got a granny, 73, with dementia, and they're running after her. Still going down the street. Pathetic. Finally, they stop. Way over here. And don't you come back, Granny! Oh no, they kept going. These 2 kept going. And there it is right there. Body cam footage took Granny down. Way to show her, Officer Hop. And it looks like he has somebody else here. Daria Jalali. Look at that. A 63-year-old and you're going to do her like that? You could tell she's frail. How do they not teach common sense at the academy? Look at that. Duh. Oh yeah, man, I whooped up on a granny, man. Garner's family is suing Hop, the department, as well as officers Daria Jalali, which we mentioned above, who assisted in the arrest, and Sergeant Phil Metzler. Outrage over the clip was so intense that the state prosecutors launched a criminal investigation into the 3 cops last week. We'll see if anything happens. I'm not saying that they should be terminated. Maybe it's a bit harsh to say that about the Walmart employees as well, but come on, guys. Come on, be serious. You've got to be able to decipher between a threat and a non-threat. Like I said before, big, huge dude, 6 foot, 6'1", 2, 3, 200, 300 pounds. Acting hostile and aggressive, not showing the women any extra love here. Big old giant woman, same thing. Come on. A granny, she's what, 5'2"? And you whooped on her? She's 5'2" and you chased her halfway down the street? Fuck this officer. Fuck Officer Hop. I don't care what she did. If she wouldn't give you her hands, come on, man. What's she going to do? You've seen how slow she's going. She's sitting there picking flowers. What is she going to do? And you what? You got a trophy on your case, right? Way to go, homie. Piece of shit. Loveland police officers Tyler Blackett and Sergeant Angelina Hill have been added to the suit, Garner's attorney said Monday. Earlier this week, Scheichel also released surveillance video purporting to show Hop and Jalali celebrating as they reviewed body cam footage of Garner. Bruh, are you serious? Look, okay, if Granny tried to take a swipe, let's say a demented 73-year-old woman tried to take a swipe at you, what would you do? If nothing else had happened, what would you, she wouldn't even come, she'd probably fall over before she came within 5 feet of your face. At worst, you backhand her. No, I'm kidding. You don't backhand her. You catch that in midair and say, Granny. No. Go on about your business. $13. If you, okay, look, I don't like to jump to conclusions. I like to chill. I never trust an attorney, but are you telling me that there's video of them celebrating? Unforgivable. If there's video of them celebrating, like Tony Timpa, remember, they celebrated. Look at him. He's crying. Look at him. He can't breathe. Will they get away with it? We'll see. Surveillance footage from the Loveland Police Department showed 3 officers, 2 of them identified as Hop and Jalali, gathered around a computer to watch the body camera footage. Ready for the pop? Hop is heard saying, in apparent reference to, to Garner's arm coming out of its socket. When the 3rd unarmed officer asks what popped, Hop nonchalantly replies, I think it was her shoulder. I can't believe I threw a 73-year-old on the ground, Hop says. Yeah, because you're a piece of shit. Jalali quipped, it's like live TV. Body cams are my favorite thing to watch. I could watch live stream body cams all day long. Fuck that bitch. Daria, we're assuming it's a female. This is the shit right here. Why cops should have a bad name. Not the bullshit that's going on out there where they're pretending like people that are criminals are getting shot and killed because they're an active threat. And my opinion and your opinion will be different on some cases. A granny. And you have these assholes out here sell this shit is what gets me. I stay chill, but this shit makes my blood boil. These motherfuckers out here excited about body slamming a granny. And, oh, get ready for the pop. Yeah, well, let's hear that pop. And that's your career ending, officer asshole. A third officer suggests creating a TV show dedicated to body camera footage before telling Hop of his arrest. Impressive, buddy. Ooh, yeah. Oh, there you go. Female here. One of these is the asshole. That's an asshole. And the other one's an asshole too. There she is here. Who's taking photos of her anyway? Nearly a year after the June 2020 incident, Garner still doesn't have full mobility in her arm, and mentally it's a heartbreaking picture. Shackle told Daily Mail that's her attorney. Garner, who suffers from dementia, is pictured in agony in a jail cell with her hands behind her back, and they said in the article 6 hours she waited with no medical attention. 6 hours. In the caption of her YouTube video on Monday, Shackle wrote that the officers made their commentary while Garner remained handcuffed to a bench in a cell just 10 feet away. Again, if this is true, I don't like to assume this lawyer wouldn't be selling this, I don't think, if she didn't have the receipts to back it up. Alone, confused, crying in pain, she would ultimately go over 6 hours without medical attention. Okay, so there it is. The civil rights attorney said Garner's family hired a sound engineer to enhance audio on booking videos from the day of her arrest. The video reveals a grotesque culture of callous disregard for the health and safety of citizens, Shackle wrote. The officers fist bump one another multiple times in self-congratulation for the assault on Garner and the intimidation of the citizen who attempted to complain about it. That's something else there. The intimidation of the citizen who attempted to complain about it. Interesting. She continued, "This is utterly disgusting. These videos cannot be unseen or unheard. I'm sorry to have to share them with the public. This will be traumatic and deeply upsetting for anyone to see. But, as it often goes with bad police departments, it seems this is the only way to make them change. They have to be exposed." I want to take back what I said earlier. Fuck those officers. All three of them should be fired. Hop has been placed on administrative leave, and Jalali and Metzler was reassigned to desk duty pending the internal investigation by the district attorney for Larimer and Jackson counties, Gordon McLaughlin. McLaughlin said he had been unaware of the incident until the body camera video was released earlier this month. He has not publicly commented about the surveillance video. So he was even unaware that this happened until recently. Their own district attorney, McLaughlin, announced his investigation, which is being led by the Fort Collins Police Services with assistance from the U.S. Attorney's Office and the FBI. Hey, the FBI is doing something, stepping up for a change. Last Monday, after Shackle filed a lawsuit on behalf of Garner's family. Imagine you don't have an attorney. What kind of justice are you going to get? The probe could result in unspecified criminal charges against Hop, Jalali, and Metzler. If they don't charge the officers, prosecutors must release a letter explaining why they chose not to do so, according to the Denver Post. Again, very few things make my blood boil. If all of this stuff is true, I'm fucking outraged. I'm telling you. Twisting her 73-year-old body, dislocating her shoulder, breaking her arm, and laughing and fist bumping his colleagues afterwards. The police laughed about hearing the pop and snap as they dislocated her shoulder and broke her arm, as they reviewed their body cam footage as she sat in a nearby cell listening to their laughter, in pain, untreated, and unattended for hours. When they brought her to jail, they told them she was injured. He corrects it here, saying that she was uninjured. These police are still working, and the department refused to fire them. I support the police, but these people should be in prison. I don't know if I'm going to go as far as prison. I support the police as well because I know it's a line of defense between myself, all of us, and the animals like BLM and Antifa. But this is what they even talk about. You have to weed these animals out. They need to be gone. Never to wear a badge again, especially Hop and Jalali. Dementia and forgot to pay. Yeah, right. I'm always cynical as well. She can drive to Walmart, walked in, shopped, picked out what she liked, and knew to walk out conveniently. If she's so demented, how did she know what to pick out and where to get it from? Why no convenience store? She knew that Walmart was easy to just walk out, which she probably has done many times before. Then feign when getting caught. I call BS. She didn't drive anywhere. Someone replies, she has dementia. You may as well considering your logic. Person did walk. They showed her walking. So, in terms of her walking away, I don't think she drove. Why were these stupid employees still following her after they recovered the stuff and it was only $13 worth? They all kept following her. Come on, get a life. People get all worked up over trivial garbage and get rid of these cops. America can't afford to have police officers like that, and our tax dollars go to pay for their mistakes. 100% true. Reform is what's always talked about. It's weeding out pieces of shit like this. Again, though, how is the training, or what is it about the culture? Is there something about the culture in some people that they don't get it? A lot of people do. A lot of cops do. I'm not going to say that, but how is it that people don't get it? That I see this situation, my training tells me to take them down, but gee, let me stop for a second. Oh, my brain's going to short circuit here. Threat, like RoboCop. You got to be able to assess a threat, man. Come on. If she had a knife, then sure. If she was even wielding that soda and candy and throwing it at you, maybe. But that stuff had already been recovered. I said, that stuff makes my blood boil. If it is the way it looks like, then like I said, fuck them. They should all be fired. Those Walmart employees, I'm on the fence about them. They're pieces of shit too. Walmart, what the fuck? What the fuck, right? Could be your granny. But ultimately, though, I hope that regardless of what comes out of the situation, well, actually, I hope she gets a huge lawsuit and she gets to live it up in some cushy assisted living facility where she doesn't have to deal with animals like these people, the Walmart workers and the police. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching, and have some compassion for people. Come on. We've got enough idiots out here. They're showing a lack of care for anyone. Show some compassion for your fellow Americans. My God. Jesus, how hard is it? Be well, everyone.